Okay, maybe we'll find time to just take you through that. Welcome back, Chairman. Please proceed.
Yeah, sorry for the technical challenge today. So the triple learning loop, we're saying the relationship between organization structure and behavior is fundamentally changed because the organization learns to learn. Remember, we say that triple learning loop, it's about learning how to learn. Learning how to learn, being more observant, being more questioning things in a more detailed, in a more deeper perspective. Some of the common questions for a triple loop leader or a triple loop learner: how do we decide what is right? Here is why we want to be doing this. Here is why we want to be doing this. And then these are the principles. These are the principles. So here, the key word here is, the key word at the triple loop learning is why. And that's why you see when the language is changing. How do we decide what is right? And here is why. So purpose becomes very key for a triple loop leader or for a triple loop learner. It's more about the purpose. So these are the leaders who wants to really get into the why of any engagement. And whatever, maybe if you're leading a team, you're really very key helping them to be able to understand the why even before they can be able to engage in the task. And remember, what you've been saying is that for any project success, either in a project, in a team setup, why is almost 80% towards the success of a team. So if they get it clearly, if they grasp the why clearly, if it's deeply rooted in them, then they can be more of self-motivating, and they will have more reasons to be able to stay on track. So some of the characteristics of learning loops. Triple learning loop is transformational. Page 27, the characteristics of learning loops. Triple learning loop, one more word from being just why, there is another word that now it's coming on board, which is transformational. It focuses on the context. Yeah, so it's about how do we transform, not just how do we maintain, how do we react, how do we respond, but the question here, how do we transform? How do we transform? And that is why you see the question is why, and the other questions that we have seen is some principles. We look at the principles, underlying principles, and we start asking ourselves some of those questions that are more of transformational question. For double loop learning is focused on reframing. It focuses on frame, structure. How do we adjust the structure? Transformational is more disruptive, if I can put it that way. Is more disruptive. It is more, sometimes it's even an overhaul. Yeah, we are looking at the system, maybe you are engineering the whole system. You're doing quite a robust change. But when we come to double learning loop, it's more of how do we adjust the structure? So it's more of an incremental changes as compared to triple loop, which is more of not just incremental, but it's more of disruptive in a way. And then a single learning loop is reactionary. It focuses on actions. Yeah, reactionary. So as a leader, I can either be a proactive leader, I can be a reactionary leader, or even sometimes a neutral leader. Yeah. So reactionary or reactionary oriented leaders, it's more of taking initiative to probably safeguard myself, because already I'm in a situation that requires me to respond. but a proactive leader will put structure in place, will put a long-term vision in place, and it will be more of unpacking things based on the long-term plan. So we work towards the plan. We are working towards the predetermined path. Okay, so remember that triple learning loop, transformational. So I think I just need to ask myself, or you just need to ask yourself some of the questions in terms of our learning patterns. Now, if you are reading a book, I think I'll want to just not get into the content of what I'm reading, but trying to ask more questions. For me, I think I find myself when I'm reading a book, it's like I'm rewriting that book. I'm just getting the mind of the author, but I'm also trying to see what maybe the author would have said more. Yeah, what can come out different. So just deepening the understanding and also trying to get more from the mind of the author. Yeah. So why is this important? Why is this call it the learning loops? Why is this lesson very important? One of the areas that we apply this learning loops is when we get into problem solving roles or problem solving engagements. Yeah, it will help us to be able to get into a more detailed approach to look at how do we address the challenges that we are facing as leaders? How do we address the challenges that our teams are facing? Yeah, there's a time a leader will come to you with a problem, and maybe they're just looking at it from the surface. What needs to be done? So for you, as a global leader, you will want to get beyond what needs to be done. You will get into probably how it should be done, but even much deeper, you will get into why it should be done in a particular approach. Now, there are some of the problem-solving techniques that we can be able to apply just to be able to get into the root cause of a problem or root cause of a challenge, or even if you want to analyze something in a more detailed manner. One of the technique is cause and effect, or fishbone, or Ishikawa. Either cause and effect, fishbone, or Ishikawa. So these are problem-solving technique, or it is also a more detailed approach to analyze issues. So you see at the mouth of the fish, we have a problem. So you define the problem there, and then you'll start analyzing cause one. What is the main cause of that problem? And then from the main cause, you will analyze what are the sub-causes of that problem. Maybe you'll get 3 sub-causes under one cause. Then you'll move to cause 2, and you analyze cause 2 again into some sub-causes. I'll give you one example. So you're able to really get into more detailed until at the end of the day, we don't just deal with the symptom, but we are able to get to the base. We're able to get to the root cause of that particular problem. Let's look at this simple example. Someone is late for work or late in submitting some work, or late for work. Cause number 1, people. Maybe the person had to take care of the children. The person was demotivated, tired, or even lazy. So cause 1 is people. Cause 2, machine. Maybe the alarm clock didn't go on at the right time. Train delayed. Maybe the car broke down. Maybe the coffee machine did not work in the morning. So again, those are just 2 main causes and sub causes. So we can continue analyzing this until we are able to get a number of them, and then really refine to be able to get the particular cause of that person coming late for work. or any other problem that we may want to apply there, but not only a problem. You may also want to analyze something in a more detailed manner. Okay, so remember, cause and effect or fishbone or Ishikawa is one of the problem-solving technique where we are able to apply the learning loops. Here, we're not stopping at what or even at how, but we want really to get into more details of the particular problem or the challenge. So that is one. Number two, the second technique, we'll just look at two. The second technique of getting into the root cause of a problem or a challenge or even an opportunity is the 5 whys. So you ask yourself why 5 times. And every time you ask yourself why, you're able to get into more detailed analysis of the problem or even the opportunity or even a challenge. So the first time you define the problem. So this is a problem we are having. As leaders, maybe you have realized there is a challenge in terms of your leaders are not very effective. So the first time we ask, why is this? Why is it happening? You will get an answer there. Then you will get into the second why. Why is that? And then we'll get again to the third phase. Why is that? So we address the other question that we had highlighted there, or the comments that we had put up there. And then we continue until we get into the 5th why. And the 5th why becomes our root cause. Yeah, the 5th why becomes our root cause. So ask ourselves why 5 times. And I think this is a practice that we can take either from a personal level, a team level, or at any level of leadership. Just make this technique, we practice it until it becomes part and parcel of us. Yeah, so there's a problem here, there's a challenge here. Just one simple example. The problem is someone ran through a red light. Someone ran through a red light. Now, the first why did the person run through the red light? The first why says the person was late for work. Again, we ask, why was the person late for work? The second why, the person woke up late. Okay, it's okay, the person woke up late. Now, why did the person wake up late? Why did the person wake up late? Alarm clock broke, or it didn't ring. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Why did the alarm not ring? The person did not check if it worked at night before sleeping. Yeah. Why did the person not check? The last why, the person forgot to do it last night. This is just a simple example, but you can get the gist of the issue. Yeah, would have stopped at someone ran through the traffic light because he was late. That's right. And it's a correct answer. But we have not really gotten into the really cause of why the person got late. So look at it from different other cases that you have had, or the cases that you continuously receive from your team or even from your own activities. And I just try to think about it now in a more in-depth analysis, or a more in-depth approach, where we'll want to ask this whys 5 times until we're able to get to a more refined and a really cause, not just the symptom of a particular challenge. Okay, now the challenge for this week, for this lesson, the leadership challenge: critically evaluate your learning style and identify which category of learning loop do you fit best. Either the triple learning loop, double, or single. Suggest and commit on how you're able to improve your learning style. Maybe if I pose a question, as a leader, which learning loop do you feel suit a leader? Which learning loop do you feel that as a leader we need to impress it more, or a leader should adopt which kind of a learning loop?
Triple learning.
Yeah, triple learning. Triple learning. Maybe more, Lillian, you can just add some few words there.
Okay. I can say this because it deals more with the how, as in you get to learn more from it. It's transformational. And when I was reading about transformational leaders, I got transformational leaders. They are more like, as in they give more service. Just a minute, I think.
Yeah. It's okay, Lillian. It's okay, Lillian. Yeah. So I think as Lillian has commented, triple learning loop can fit well for leaders, because we remember there are three words that will be recurring in our discussion. That is vision, purpose, vision, especially vision and purpose. Those will be very, very keywords that will keep on recurring. And everywhere we are talking about purpose, we are talking about why. And therefore, the why falls under triple learning loop. Okay, so just not this challenge, but it is there in the book, the training manual, page number 28. Page number 28. Can check the challenge and be able to undertake that challenge. So we'll have a break for about 10 minutes. As usual, we'll want to just discuss briefly about the book review. Yeah, I know most of you have undertaken your book review. But remember, as we said, that this will be one of the exercises that we'll be undertaking every time. So if we are to maximize the session, then we really want to make sure that we have undertaken our book review so that we can participate to the group more effectively. So I'll allow Pastor Abel from Zimbabwe just to greet us, and feel free to share the updates from there as I set up the groups. Welcome, Pastor Abel.
Thank you. Hi, team. It's my joy to be here. How are you? Greetings from Zimbabwe. It's so hot here. It has never rained for the last few days, but we are doing well. I'm excited to be part of this class from Zimbabwe, and it's my joy to be here. One of the things that I liked is evaluating my learning style. I liked it, and I think I want to develop more on my learning style. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you. I'm having network challenges, so I'm dropping, coming back, but I'll be coming back. Electricity had gone, it has come back, maybe it will go. So I'm dropping off, coming back. Please bear with me. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. Yeah, we understand.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think I'll just put you in a group just to feel how the groups work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you will listen through and just be able to learn one or two things from the groups. Okay, so let me allocate you in one of the groups. Okay. So when you get to the groups, please, I think now we have some experience from last session. Quickly discuss the book review, and first of all, get to know each other. There will be a challenge on that. We'll give a challenge on that maybe next week. How well do we know and understand each other? So we'll be having that challenge. So please get to know each other, then quickly discuss the book review and identify three concepts that you can share with the team once we come back. So we're going to give you 10 minutes to do that, and then we'll be back. Are we okay? Okay, so just join the group and then you can continue and discuss.
It was all about transformational leaders. I can say these are leaders. The leaders who make leadership a lifestyle. They make it their lifestyle. So we have seen that, like, with transformational leaders, it's all about attitude and passion. Like in each and everything that they do, you can feel the passion in it. You can feel like that they have that positive attitude. They always drive to make a difference in each and everything. And we have seen that they always see what others do not see. They see more than others, and before others see. They see people different. Like, they don't just see someone as that person is. No. For instance, they can say, like, if it's me, Lillian, that the transformational leader won't see just Lillian, the Lillian of now. They wanna see Lillian of some years to come and all that. Kuna tena transformational leaders say things that others do not say. They attract people because of what comes out of their mouth. They can say most of the times when they are talking, what you feel, what they say, it's something like full of wisdom. Hadi unaona kuna watu unapatananga tu na wao wakiongea tu una feel, oh my goodness, yeah, this person is kinda, I want to spend more time with this person because each and everything anasema, it's making sense. It's something which can make a difference. And transformational leaders usually believe in others. They believe in things others do not believe in. Like with this one, I guess in the Bible, Hebrews chapter number 11, it talks about the Abraham, the man of the man of faith and all that. With Moses, you can see alikuwa transformational leader because after ameambiwa apeleke, like, move the children of Israel from where? From Egypt and what? And to Canaan. Alikuwa anaona like this, the children of Israel walikuwa anaona this is something which cannot happen, but because Moses alikuwa na hiyo belief kabisa that this can happen because alimit God na akamwambia this will happen. Believe in that, and like akaamua, like, I'm going to strive to make sure that this happens because God ameniambia tu hivyo. The rest of the children of Israel could not see it, but with Moses angeiona and all that. So that's chapter 10. And with chapter 15 is the differences between leaders and managers. Hapa, like, leaders create visions, manager create goals. Leaders are change agents, managers maintain their status key. Okay, leaders ni watu wenye, it's, I can say leaders, like, it's that someone mwenye ataenda hadi kwa ground, as in, like, it's that someone who is willing to help people, au ni authority yake yenye amepewa and all that, like managers and all that. I can say that. Maybe Elder can add something.
Welcome, Eda.
Mine was in chapter 15, I mean 10, which was talking about transformational. And I think that's what Lydian wanted me to add about, because we can see that this is the mindset, and also it distinguishes us from other people because of the attitude. And also what she has talked about, it's about what leaders see, and also how they attract others, and what comes out of their mouth. They also focuses on adding value to people. They value people. They make themselves more valuable. So for me, transformation makes a difference in everything. I'm sorry, I said I didn't manage to read chapter 15 because of my eyes. I had an eye problem. I'm still using medicine.
Good. Room 1 or group 1, that was well done. Let's give you a hand clap. Yeah, you can
Mr.
pat
Chairman.
yourself at your back. That was quite well done. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
let me apologize to the team. When you set us in the group,
Uh-huh.
my screen just disappeared.
Oh, Paul.
It happened the same last week. I don't know what could be happening.
Uh-huh.
Now that you have come back to the entire team, it has come back. So I really don't know the technicality. But sorry to the team, but that was a good report on the same. Maybe my take on transformation is that you don't conform, but you transform. A leader does not conform to what is within or beside that, but he transforms to bring out the best. And that is related to the conversion. That first I start with myself to convert, so that I'm able to convert the rest in the team. In the chapter 15, transformation agents or leaders for that matter, they are dreamers. That is the vision. So they have the dream, they have the vision, they know what they need to do. And comparing with the managers, those are the ground teams. So the leader just shows what needs to be done and leaves it to the managers to do as he proceeds with the course. That's my take on that.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Mwangi. Thank you, Edda. Thank you, Lillian. I trust you have also interacted. At least you know where Mr. Mwangi is from, where Edda is from, and also where Lillian she's joining us from and what they do. Otherwise, that's quite comprehensive. And I think what one word, if you try to describe a transformational leader in one word, what would that one word be, Edda? One word for transformational leader, just one. I'll also get one word from Mwangi and one word from Lillian. Maybe whoever is ready, one word for a transformational leader.
Maybe I could say is a dreamer.
A dreamer. Mm-hmm. A dreamer. Edda, yeah.
I think vision bearer.
Yeah, visionary. Lillian, one word for a transformational leader. Lillian, can unmute? One word. Okay, so we have visionary, we have dreamer, yeah, among others. I think
Passionate.
Passionate. And I think the most important, these are people who are intrinsically motivated. Their motivation is from within. Yeah, they are there. They're not looking at maybe external rewards or what. Those are not really what drives them. There's something so deep in them that they can sacrifice at any level. They can sacrifice. People like Nelson Mandela, you can sacrifice 27 years in jail. That has to be something so deep that you are ready to pay any cost for it. So I think the question we need to ask ourselves as leaders, are we transformational leaders? Are we transformational leaders? And if we can gauge ourselves, where are we? What qualities do we need to enhance towards becoming better? You know, in leadership, we don't say you become the best. No, you become better. You continue becoming better. Okay, so let me pause there. I move on to room 2. Room 2, we had Pastor Felix, we had Gerald, and also we had Pastor Abel. So group 2, take it over.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Pastor Felix. I was out of audio, but later I came to join. In our group, I was only able to join with Pastor Abel from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yes, sir, Pastor.
Yeah, I was only able to join with Pastor Abel from Zimbabwe. So Gerard, I don't know where Gerard was, but I was only, and it happened that Pastor Abel had received the books today. So he had no time to go through the book, but I was able to take him through the summary, whereby I was able to tell him that in chapter 10, the main thing was attitude, was about attitude, that transformational leader, the attitude plays the greatest part of a transformational leader, either positively or negatively. So in fact, it affects whatever he does or decisions he makes, positively or negatively. So I was able to take him through some of the things I was able to get, like a transformational leader is determined. His attitude determines his leadership. The attitude of a transformational leader determines his leadership. He never allows external influence to dictate his kind of leadership or his type of leadership. And also, I also saw that a transformational leader is one that leads from inside of him. And also, there are several things that I've heard the rest of the members quote, like attitude determines success or failure. The attitude of a person, of a leader, determines his success or failure. Jumping to chapter 15, where there was comparison between between a manager versus a purpose-driven leader. There's one thing I niliweza kupata, something I got. I hope I can get that. I'll see to it if I get it. But there are things that I've gotten it. Something I got as maybe a summary of the whole thing. A purpose-driven leader is ideologically motivated and committed to a purpose and influencing his members for internal transformation, for a purpose to change oneself and the world at large. Unlike manager who maintains status quo and production skills without change. That's one thing I got. A leader encourages innovations while a manager discourages new territories. Another thing I got. A leader coaches, but then a manager directs. So those are some of the things I picked from chapter 15 also. Some of the summary of chapter 15. So, and more, even more. That was just a few of the things I got. Okay.
Thank you, Pastor Felix and Pastor Abel in absentia. He mentioned that he's having a challenge with the network, but I am happy that Pastor Felix from Gatundu was able to sit down with Pastor Abel from Zimbabwe and engage. And that is the power of technology. And we are happy about that. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, group 2. Well done. I don't want to get into the details of leader versus manager because that is our next session. So I think as we climax that, we'll be able to pick up a few points that you have mentioned. Otherwise, you're really doing a good job, and we are happy to see what is coming out of the book review. Gerald, how are you?
Yes, please. Fine, thank you.
Welcome, Gerald.
Thank you very much. I hope everyone can get me clearly. First of all, apologies. I had some technical hitches as you're putting us into groups, and I think I struggled to join the group. I only managed to enter in towards the end. And I think Felix didn't even notice that I was there because I found him summarizing about he was actually had just started chapter 15. So I had at least, but by the time before I could talk, oh, we were back into the main group. So other than that, I'd say I've enjoyed the session. And maybe just one thing I mention is that I've learned to differentiate the leaders versus manager in terms of function. Because you see, I've realized there are some of us, you might find yourself you are called a manager just because of a title of a job you're doing. But in terms of function, you can function like a leader. So I think my take home would be that I want to function as a leader, not as a manager in the place where I work, at my workplace. And I also want to be a functional leader in every sphere of my life. Yeah, so maybe we can continue on the rest, but I appreciate the opportunity to share this.
Okay, thank you so much, Gerald. I think we are still growing in terms of self-awareness. And by the time we are finishing lesson 6, we'll be able to see where are we more inclined to. Are we more inclined to a manager or to a leader? And both of them are very important. What really matters is how we're able to balance. And to take us through lesson 6, we have Reverend Beth Waweru. Most of you, I'm sure a number of you know Reverend Beth Waweru. She's from Deliverance Church, Umoja. She's a pastor in charge of the Kingdom Generation Ministry, among other ministries, and also she's the national coordinator for Kingdom Generation Ministry. She's an alumni of this program, and she's really connected us to quite a number of people, including Pastor Abel from Zimbabwe, among many others. And that tells you that she appreciated whatever she went through, and she has taken it and she's running with it. Otherwise, we just want to welcome Reverend Beth just to take us through lesson 6. Karibu sana, Reverend.
I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. How are you? You say, I said, how are you? Please unmute and say hi.
Fine.
Fine, thank you.
Hey, you're doing well.
All right. God bless you.
Amen.
As you've heard, my name is Beth. I don't have to reintroduce myself once again. But welcome to this class. It's a class that is like no other. Because once you go through this training or this course or whatever name we would give it, let me tell you, as we say in Deliverance Church, your life will never be the same again. So welcome to the Global Leadership Masterclass, where we say that we think global, we lead local, and transform the world. What do we do as the Global Leadership Masterclass? We think global, lead local, and transform the world, and equipping the leaders to transform the world. We are here to transform the world. And one thing is, I thank God every time I think about the global leadership. It's something that it has opened up my mind to think global. It's not just saying it because it's just right on the cover page of our manual, but I want it to be real. I want to actualize it, that I think global, I lead local, and I transform the world. That means Beth is not just that girl in Umoja, or that pastor who is in Umoja, or that pastor who seems to be the children's minister here and there in the deliverance churches. I want to think global, I want to lead local, and transform the world. So God bless you and welcome on board as we do leaders versus managers. It's good always to think who is a manager and who is a leader. I wonder, as you can see, I believe you're seeing that those two fellows there, manager versus leader. There's one who's going on one direction, the other one is going like another direction. And let me tell you, in one way or another, these guys merge somewhere, as you can see from the screen. There's somewhere they are, but in what, somehow, there's one who goes in one direction and another one goes to another direction. One has the red arrow, the other one has the blue arrow. And as I continue, there's another clip on, you can see the leader there and the manager. And as Kathy Austin says, maybe I can just use what is on the screen. As Kathy Austin says, managers light a fire under people and leaders light a fire in people. That is Kathy Austin. What does she say? Managers light a fire under people. It's like you do this work, you do it, we are here to work, or you quit or you go. But the leaders will motivate you. They will light a fire in the people. Just like in some of the communities, one of our communities, I would say, they say, watu ni mali, as in people are the wealth of everything that is around us. So we light, you as a leader ought to light a fire in the people. Then a leader sees a better future and is willing. Let me see. My phone has gotten so many messages that, it has gone, I'm there. It says, leader sees a better future and is willing to pay the price to bring that future to reality. A leader sees a better future. I think that is just self-explanatory. Sees a better future and is willing to pay the price. Why? A leader is not like the manager. The manager is there to work for the duties that he's been given. But a leader, my good friends, is ready to pay the price. Why? They have the vision. They know where they are going, even as you're going to see later. So a leader carries the whole load. But the manager is saying, hey, go ahead. Just as like that picture down there. The manager is just watching the wagon. It's like a wagon. That thing, I guess, it just looks like a wagon. Yeah. So they work, and the manager, there's a kind of a bridge. But the leader is, just as a name, is leading. Okay. So we go to the next clip, and yes, there are general major differences between a manager and a leader. I guess this is in your textbooks in page 31. I guess you're there. That 31. Is it 31? Management, leadership, and management are distinctive.
Page 30.
Yes, page 31. It's 30. Leadership and management are, the dash is distinctive and complementary. What does that mean? As in the systems of action with unique functions and characteristics. Okay? Leadership and management are distinctive and complementary. Somehow, they might somewhere, but the systems of action with unique functions and characteristics. Then number 2, so I guess you got the word distinctive and complementary. Then number 2, the challenge is to balance strong leadership and strong management to complement each other. Because there are people who are managers and they end up being very good leaders. Let's get it right there. So somehow there is need to balance the two. The challenge is to balance strong leadership and strong management to complement each other. Otherwise, this one will be going in one direction, the other one will be going to the other direction, because we are all different and we could be working in the same system. So there is a need to know that I am a leader, but I have the managerial skills, but I need to know how do I bring to balance these two. Number 3, both leadership and management involve communicating, problem solving, and decision making at different degrees. Yeah, leadership and management involve communicating, because everything is all about communicating. Communication is key. Problem solving. There's this decision we need to make. There's this thing that we need to do. And therefore, decision making at different degree. Then a manager sees things as they are present, but a leader sees things as they should be in future. A leader is futuristic, but a manager as they are now. That if a manager had planned with the other managers or the group, okay, let's say it's a departmental head, this particular manager, they want to see that what we said or what we planned has been done now. We say that there's this project that we have to handle it in the next 2-3 months. I'm just giving an example, okay? Then the manager will make sure that he harasses everyone because I'm out for the present. Now it has to be done. But a leader sees things as they should be in the future. Why? They set goals. They know the vision of this, not only goals, they have the vision of the company. They have the vision of this. So I am not seeing just the now. All right. So the manager may see the present, but the leader is futuristic. I see ahead. And so there is a figure, there's a chart there, management and leadership. I don't know if it is in I don't know if it is in the book. But anyway, management and leadership. There's the general major differences between a manager and a leader. Management and leadership. In management, there's a lot of planning, organizing, staffing, coordinating, and controlling. Then for the leader, there is influencing, motivating, inspiring, creating, and mentoring. Then what they share, the two of them, now the manager and the leader, is communicating, problem solving, and decision making. I guess they were so tiny on my screen, I wasn't able to see. So there's what they share, the manager and the leader. There's what they share, especially when it now communication, the decision making, and all that. So maybe we can go to the next chart. The next is generally, in page 31. Management is generally seen, but there's something up there. Some outstanding distinctions of leadership and management by Joe Miller. All right, management is generally seen to involve overseeing day-to-day operations, accomplishing goals, and achieving objectives. Remember, this is a manager. It's generally seen to involve overseeing day-to-day operations. We agreed if there's production to be made, it has to be done today. That we planned that we have 100 bags. A manager will make sure that those 100 bags, the day-to-day, for tomorrow they are being taken to maybe to a certain destination. in a different county. So these bags, if tomorrow they are being taken, then they will, is generally seen to involve overseeing day-to-day operation, accomplishing goals. Our goal is to make 100 bags. And that is our objective, that we have to raise, we've got to make a profit margin of this, and we have to sell them. So that is the work of the manager. But what about the leadership? Is the leader in number 2? Leadership spans a wider remit that includes defining a strategy and vision, influencing and inspiring others. That's number 2. Leadership spans a wider remit that includes defining a strategy. We are not only having or overseeing the day-to-days like the manager now, but we must have a strategy. It's not only about today, that is the leader. A strategy of maintaining this, because a manager at one point may feel we are not making it, but because now the leader is strategic because of the vision they have, influencing and inspiring others, those people, that's a difference, because the manager may not necessarily, you either work or you don't work. You as a leader, you inspire others. Okay? The manager doesn't have to inspire. You are either here or you are on pay. Because a leader will even make sure that you empower those around them. Number 3, managers rely on positional authority. I think I've said that. Whereas leaders exercise interpersonal influence. That is society. It's social. Okay, interpersonal influence among the people, the leaders exercise. I care about the people I'm leading. I want to know how they are feeling, how they are faring, and all that as a leader. Then managers, number 4, are inclined to control, while leaders inspire trust. They control, but with a leader, I inspire trust. I will easily delegate. I'll give you a work. I expect you to do it. I have trusted you. And when I told you to do it, I know you'll do it. I even don't have to be there 24/7 to inspect or to, that every other minute I'm asking, have you done? Have you done? I trust you and I inspire trust. Then number 5, managers focus on execution. Okay, they execute duties, while leaders focus on developing and empowering others because they realize what ni mali. You're there. I hope you understood. I know that I have a brother from SIM, from the Faith Church. Let me not talk much Swahili. I don't know that he has come back. But leaders focus on developing and empowering others. If there's a training, if there's something that needs to be done, I want to see you as a leader ought to make sure that you empower others, train them, let them work, give them the exposure as a leader. Then managers, number 6, roll out tasks, while leaders share a vision that's motivating and meaningful. 6, managers roll out tasks. You do this, you do that, and you do that. Okay. But a leader, they share the vision. That's motivating and now, when a leader shares a vision, even those whom you are leading, before we go to number 7, even those who you are leading, they will even come up with ideas that will help even as you continue with the work because you've shared the vision. They would be having even better ideas. I think I've seen that somewhere as I'm leading. There are other people who are getting better ideas than yourself. Okay, and you're motivating them, and it becomes meaningful. Number 7, we see managers administer. It's like they're doing the administration kind of work, while leaders innovate. And innovation is they will even become more creative, just like in number 8. But it's like they're innovative. They'll have more ideas. All right. It's close to number 8. Managers replicate, while leaders create. What is to replicate? Now, there is a church. Sorry to say this. I don't know that I'm saying or what, but they say that just as it was in the beginning, so it is today, and so it will be in the future. Now, those are managers. They replicate. They do things again and again and again. Okay, they don't change. Or they stay there saying, me as the manager, when I was employed here, I was told this is the way to go. When you're doing what? When we are procuring things, when we are doing things in this company, this is the way to go. But a leader will say, I think we can try this or that direction. They create. A leader will always look another, they'll take a risk and they'll say, okay, this is but we can try this other thing. And even because of the people who are innovative, because of the people they are leading, they will be ready to tell them, let's try out something else, something that was not there. Whereas the managers are replicating, doing things the same way. And actually, there's a saying that my bishop says, that you don't do things today, you do them tomorrow. You do them the day after, and you expect change. That's a manager for you. But a leader expects change because he has a vision. So he will not replicate things. He will create. Number 9, managers focuses on systems, the way of doing things. In another language, they're called mutaratara. You do things just in one way, systems and procedures, where leaders focus on people. They have those systems. The managers will have the systems. They'll have the procedures. This is the way we do, just as they are replicating. This is the direction. This is the way to do it. While leaders focus on people. I think I've said so much on that, how we ought to help our people to move forward and letting them to work. But managers, number 10, relies on controls, while leaders inspire trust. There's a lot of reputation, but even Paul said, repeating it again and again. Yes, I find it good. Number 11, managers have a short-range view, while leaders focus on a long-range perspective. I would say that managers are short-sighted. They just see now the many packages, the many production that they need to do, the 100 parts they need to do now that they need to deliver tomorrow. While leaders, because they are vision-minded, they have it in their hands. Then, while leaders focus on a long-range perspective, the leader, I would say, sees, there's a word for it, it will come. They see the world view. They see a father. As we said earlier, they are futuristic. They have the long-range perspective. They see the bigger picture. That's the word. They see the big picture. It is not just now. My mother used to tell us, you don't see 1 inch kama inzi, like a fly. The leader will always see the long-range perspective. Now, number 12, managers accept or maintains the status quo, while leaders challenges the status quo. That this is the way they are. I am the manager. I say this is the way things go. But the leader will always challenge that. I can go further than what I was set to. They will always challenge where they are at and the way the systems are done or the way the things are done. Okay. Number 13, managers do things right while leaders do the right thing. What does that mean? Managers do the right thing. Because when they came in, they were told, you go to this company, you purchase, you procure things here. Our sales come from this company. our whatever there. We on this by the time you're finishing 2 weeks, the time you're finishing 2 months, this is what we're supposed to do. Now those are managers, and they stop it there. But for the leader, they do the right thing. What is the right thing? Fine, we were told to do this. The leader will say, fine, that is what you were told. But let me tell you, the right thing in this season. The leader will say, maybe in this season, this is what we are supposed to do. That is what they did 10 years ago. This is what they did 5 years ago. But you don't have to do things the way that season is over. Just like they were saying that right now, after the COVID, or let me say after, we are believing that it's ending in Kenya. Even if things were done, or however they were done that time, the leader says no, for this season, this is the way, and they will challenge, as we've seen earlier. They will challenge the way things were done earlier, and they want to do it this way now. And we continue with the next points. Okay, again, leadership versus management there. Leading, managing, there's a chart there. For real, they are so tiny. But vision and strategy, creating value, influence and inspiration, have followers, leading people, people focused, charismatic. Those are the leaders now. They appeal to the heart, proactive, sets direction. And then the managing, I'm just reading a few because there's a lot of repetition, as you see. In managing, there's policies and procedures, counting value, power, and control. And then the next chart is leadership and management. We have focus on goals, the leadership now. Sell it, take risk, encourage, go against the grain motive, break the rules. Yeah, the leaders will always break the rules. They say, we are so much used to this, and they want to move on. And then the management focuses on tasks, tell it, minimize risks. They don't want to risk, managers. They instruct, go with the flow, approve, follow the rules, expect control, assign tasks. But where they emerge is accomplish a goal, mobilize resources, explain the vision. There's always somewhere the leaders and the managers will come, and as we have seen earlier, there's somewhere they will work together. Okay. The leader and the manager. And once again, the leader, there will always be change, but the manager is stability. In summary, this is in summary. I hope I was not so fast in talking. I'm accused of talking so fast. I hope I was not so fast. But you can always ask a question later, and our chairman will answer, and Reverend Kahindi will be there to help me. Okay, the leader versus the manager. There's the change and stability, the manager stability. Then leading people, if I would read just down, the long term, there's the vision, personal charisma, there's passion. The leader has passion for whatever she does or he does, okay? Striving, there's achievement, takes risks, seeks the truth. As I said earlier, there are some things the manager will do because after all, he's supposed to do it. But the leader will always seek the truth to see where are they supposed to be, what are they supposed to do? Is it the right thing to do in this season after COVID? We may say it's the new norm, but really, or what are we supposed to do? This is the right thing to do. And that is what the leader will do. And then what is right. And then the manager, managing work, they manage work, okay? Then, well, the leader is long-term, the manager is short-term, vision, them their own objectives, right? Personal charisma, formal authority. The leader will always enjoy what he's doing. But the manager, after all, it is work. While the leader has a lot of passion, the manager will have a lot of control. Striving, these other side, there is action. Achievement, these other sides are, I'm out for the results. To see whatever I was commissioned to do is what I am doing. Then, while the leader will seek the truth, the manager will establish the truth. After all, that is what has been. So they believe what they saw it. But this one, the leader will always look it out, check it out. Then what is right? After all, the manager feels I am right. Then there's the one at the end there, managers versus leaders. Managers focus on things, focus on people. Okay, here the manager will make sure that whatever we're supposed to procure or to, if it's a factory, allow me to use factory and all that, the manager in the factory. If they were supposed to manufacture 100 bags, that is what we'll get. Then, but the leader will make sure that these people, they are motivated, they are enlightened, they are working in a very good and a conducive environment. While managers, they do things right, the leaders will do the right things. Then the managers plan, the leaders inspire. Then the managers organize, while these other ones, the leaders influence. The manager will direct. You guys, have you done? Have you gone? But there will always be motivation from the leader. They will motivate you to do what you're doing. You even enjoy, when somebody's a leader, you enjoy their company when you're working. As long as they're there, you're with them, you will work together and everything will flow so well. The managers are controllers, but the leaders will build. And these ones will follow rules. I'm trying to see, there's a word here. They will shape entities. Okay. For that, I think there's a lot of repetition there. I'm trying to bring it down. Let me get from my notes because it's not appearing there. Allow me just to, on the last chart, let me read it. Identify qualities you commit to improve on management and leadership. Let me tell you people, it is good always to evaluate where you are at. And at this point, even in your thinking now, maybe in a minute or two, you can identify qualities you commit to improve on management and leadership. What kind, if you're a manager, what kind of a manager are you? What kind of a leader are you? What can you do? What can make you a better leader in this case? All right, you need to work on that. Then, I don't know. Okay, there's a thank you down there, but I would wish that in your own time, even as now it's at night, maybe tomorrow, just try to evaluate. Even now we can just evaluate. I don't know how chairman will close this, our teacher will close this, but I would desire we evaluate what we can do. How? What am I supposed to do? Identify qualities. Just right now, just maybe even on the chat. Identify qualities you commit to improve on management. Maybe you can just, I can engage you guys. I saw you, Edda, there, my good friend, and others. There's Pastor, and I don't know whether Abel has come back, and the others who are there. Maybe you can tell us, maybe two people, can you tell us, identify qualities you commit, you do what? You commit to improve on leadership in this case. Maybe somebody can just set on the chat, just a point or two as we wind up. I'm actually through because this is a challenge now. I hope I'm kulala. The challenge. Identify just a quality, just one. What we call a take home. Because now I am leaving. As I say, good night. And by the way, you can just unmute and tell us. Somebody can just unmute and tell us, identify qualities you commit to improve. Now the minutes are ending. My time is up right now. Edda to everyone. Hi, everyone. To have passion and long-term vision. Thank you very much, Edda. God bless you. I think I would say thank you very much for listening. God bless you. And I believe that each one of us will be ready to learn more and more. And just like there's a guy called Michelangelo. He said this, at 87, I'm still learning. Desire to learn more. And just as our chairman said at the beginning, our good teacher, he said that you stop learning